Leo, Leo, Bobio, Banana, Fana, Fofio, Me, Mimo, Mio, Leo. Hey Leo, this is Melissa here to do your weekly timeless love reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I say that every single week because that's what always people said when I watched readings, and this is a love reading, so that's why the Venus. I'm going to talk to you like you're a Leo Sun though, and I don't really have any care about which part of your chart Leo is in. Or if you don't even have Leo in your chart, or if you're a cross watcher, or you just do whatever you want to do here. If you feel called to this reading, you're welcome here. I am going to talk to you like you're a Leo Sun, okay? Let's get at your, this is a love reading, by the way. Six of Wands, clarity, not clarity, that's the weirdest thing I've ever done. The death card, clarity, no, there's no clarity here. What's clear is that you're a damn star, okay? There's going to be some recognition coming. That's what I meant to say was recognition. Recognition coming for your diligent work. Basically for continuously going after what you knew was right. This is what I'm getting right now. This is a story coming through already. Continuously going after what you knew was right, even though you had very little confirmation that it was right. You trusted yourself, your inner voice, your intuition, your spirit. And again, kind of went against the grain. This is something that has gone on for quite a long time, and you're going to be standing out for that now, or getting recognition. It's almost like you've been standing out for it, you didn't know it, and you're getting recognition for it, okay? Could be a promotion at work. I just got that come through. Could be a promotion at work because you've been being eyed at work and you didn't even know it. Somebody's been watching you, almost like, creepily. No, not really, but it's been like they have been almost holding off longer to see if you'd break. Okay, weird message. Okay, let's get at your, this is not a work reading, by the way, Leo. That was just what came through. You're a fucking star. That's what's going on here. This is the star card, and I'm sorry for swearing, but that's what I'm getting off of this. Energy is very big, very Leo-ish. So you're getting a promotion, you're getting recognized for something, okay? I feel like standing up for yourself, for standing firm in your position, whatever that is. Oh my God, this is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that sweet little Leo brain of yours. The story will or won't resonate. Probably parts of the story will, parts of the story won't. Take what does, leave the rest. Don't get offended by anything. I love you so much. Easier said than done. If something does trigger you, I'm sorry. I love you. I say the messages that come through. I want you to know that everything that comes through is from the depths of my soul. I truly love you and want the best for you, and that's why I'm here today. All right, let's get at your love life. The energy you bring to the connection is the World card. That's huge cycle end. The biggest cycle end you'll ever be a part of. The moon, very celestial stuff going on here. The moon is in your person's energy, and then we do have the Hanged Man in the outcome here. This is pretty strong Pisces energy at this. Wow. We also have the Knight of Cups, which also represents specifically Pisces. We have 3 Pisces cards out of 4 cards and the World card, which I think is the fixed signs, which I think you are. Okay, let's keep going because I know nothing about all of this stuff. I have a psychic gift that I wanted to try to kind of, what's the word, fine tune, and I started doing that by way of doing tarot card readings. But I know very little of the technicalities in this business. The Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Somebody's not being honest or forthcoming about their feelings. But there is an awakening happening after some seriously hard work on yourself or themselves, on yourselves, okay? There is some awakening. Awakening really means to me, and it could be in any area of your life, you know, a spiritual awakening is wicked, okay? But at the same time, very uplifting and beautiful at the end, but it's pretty excruciating in the midst of it. So it's saying, like, it doesn't matter. They might be awakening to, it's like the Judgment card, but I'm getting like they might just be awakening to the reality of who you are. We're going to get more. The Knight of Cups as your overarching energy is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. So it's like the sweetest little love connection you've ever seen. But I do feel like there's some sort of delays and hidden things, and we're going to get to it. The World is maybe you coming to the end of a cycle. This is true that the Creator's not going to bring in the one for us, and especially at least not going to bring it completely into fruition. While we are ending the largest cycle we've ever ended in our life. Traditionally, to me, this means healing the perception of yourself in order to see the world in from a different light, from an authentic light, the correct light. When we're damaged, we do see things damaged. Again, there's damage to be seen, right? But there's many beautiful things that we're seeing as damaged when we're damaged. So the World card to me is healing your perception of yourself in order to see those beautiful things more beautifully, okay? Interesting stuff. We got the moon in your person's energy again, Piscean energy, and it's about intuition, it's about emotion, deep emotion, it's about hidden things. I don't think this is clear to them or to you at this time. I don't think the ending is clear, which, truth be told, anytime we go for anything that's substantial and from the spirit, there is no clarity on that. You don't get to see the end result before you get to it. And, you know, the things that the ego offers, it's like, but look at the end result here. Look at the end, you know, it's like, yeah, the end result is easy to see when you go for things from the ego because they're right there. They're not, you know, not way up high like what the spirit is offering you is in the sky, you know? And so I feel like that your person's going through a moment of just having to follow their intuition at this time. I do feel like they have some deep emotions for you, and I don't know that that's being expressed at this time with the moon card and the hanged man here. This is about delays. This is about, and I was just talking to Aries about this, delays for a purpose. Our delays are also for a very serious purpose, and I will, wow, there's a lot of delays going on in the collective at this time, and I will definitely link this story down below about delays and just really how powerful delays can be, even though they feel like shit. First of all, they work on your patience, which is probably the biggest asset to have in life. I wouldn't know anything about that, Leo. I'm absolutely not patient at all. But I do know in areas where I've been forced to be patient, becoming patient is, it's just so peaceful is what it is. And I think that's what, you know, that's part of what the Creator's working on within you. And then there's also just little pieces of you ending this cycle, them really learning to follow their intuition that really, you know, until you're both feeling completely content in your own skin, it can really get toxic pretty quickly, okay? So it's about that the delays are there because we are ironing out a few things that could cause toxicity or pain, or a karmic connection instead of a true love, deep loving connection. So it's just appreciating delays. Well, it's easier said than done, but they're there for a purpose, and I'll link that story in the description box below. You have the World card, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and that Six of Wands did come out in your energy. Recognition coming. I feel like for walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and I don't think that has anything to do with this connection, if I'm being honest with you. The Eight of Cups is about releasing all things from your past in order to move into your future, okay? You don't have to release everything, by the way. Like, if you have children, take them with you. No, but whatever isn't serving you, whatever's holding you back from your dreams, your wishes, your best life, the things that you feel you want to attain, you feel called to, but there are maybe people that are like, yeah, right, you can't attain that. Those dickheads have to go. They can't be in your way any longer. No, they just have to go. We sometimes think we can plow past them, but the truth is there is a little piece of us in the back of our head that believes what they're saying about us. So that's you, I feel like, walking away from all ishy connections, all ishy people, all ishy jobs, all ishy things that didn't know how to treat you or appreciate you correctly. And coming into new inspirations and new callings, new things that are calling, the things that have been calling you. I think you've been being called, right? But I feel like you haven't listened because you've asked probably even for people's opinions. Hey, what do you think about this situation? Should I go for this? I really feel like this would be a good business idea. Should I try that? And you've got like a bunch of people is what I'm getting here with this Eight of Cups, walking away from these people, these kinds of people, these types of friendships. They all have, you know, one face, okay? Different faces, they're all the same. And it's, again, somebody who will, because they didn't follow their own dreams, they actually do believe it's not attainable because they were too scared to try to get to their dreams. But also they don't want to see you get to yours because then they have to kind of chalk it up as they just weren't good enough or they weren't strong enough, or which isn't true either, but this is the self-talk, the shitty self-talk we do to ourselves. So it's imperative. You can feel bad for them if you want to, but you need to walk away. Okay. So that is what you're doing, actually. You don't need to do anything. You do whatever you want to do, and I'm not your mama, okay? But it does look like you are walking away from those kind of connections into the kind of connections that truly will encourage you to follow your dreams. The truth is, nobody ever lost in trying to get to their dreams, okay? This is a real story or a download that's coming through. It's about, it doesn't matter how many times you failed. If you kept going, you always made it to your dreams. The truth is we stop going, or we never try, because we don't think we can get to it. We don't want to deal with the failure feeling, the feeling like we're failure, the embarrassment that it'll cause. Okay, this is why it's imperative, in order to get to our dreams, to stop giving any F's about what people think of you. The Page of Cups, he's a loving person, but he does not give no F's. He does not let anybody tell him where his dreams should stop, where his cap should be, where his ceilings are. He doesn't have that human condition. And that's you, male, female, non-binary, just really getting into the space where, wow, maybe I can attain all the things I really wanted to attain in this lifetime. And because you have walked away from people, places, and things that were holding you back, and it looks like fought against, went against the grain is what I get on this and the Chariot card. This is like the minor arcana version of the Chariot card, and it really is about success against all odds, against a huge battle. You had to battle everybody else's ideas, right? This is the wand, so this is about inspiration. It's almost like everybody's been throwing their ideas at you of how you should live your life. No, honeys. They're not going to live it for you, so it's up to you how to live it. And you really do need to come to a space where you, A, don't care what they think when they try to naysay you, and B, trust what you're being called to and trust yourself. You have all the answers inside of you, and you are going to be recognized for that. Again, our biggest job here is to believe in ourselves, and it's the toughest job, believe it or not, because we've been taught to really conform, and I'm not trying to turn everybody into a bunch of non-conformists, but it is true that we have been taught to a very simple-minded, single, narrow way of being, starting in school, and that is, there's just so much more color to us. There's just so much more expression to be had. And I do feel like you're in this space where you're finally getting to this point of understanding how powerful you are as a being, and really starting to, like, almost like I'm seeing you dip your toe in the water. Just experiment with expressing all the things that are inside of you, and it's beautiful, and you are going to be recognized for that. The Moon, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. I do feel like your person is having some ish, okay? They're going through some shit. They're trying to use their intuition to choose wisely. I feel like they have had some past experiences that have hurt them. I feel like they've chosen, things with shiny exteriors, or they thought this was a good person. Of course, I think they went by looks. Well, they're gorgeous. They're probably a good person, right? And ended up getting bit or stung. There was, stuff in the inside that didn't match the outside. The middles were kind of rotten of the people they have dealt with in the past, and they've gotten hurt by that. So I do feel like they're holding on to that hurt a little bit with the Four of Pentacles. I feel like what it's saying here is, and I feel like they could be kind of holding on to their ego. Their intuition is calling them, and they need to kind of surrender to it and go towards it. But I do feel like they're having a hard time releasing things from their past. Again, the shiny things, the egotistical desires, the Four of Pentacles really does kind of signify or represent the finer things in life that don't matter, though. It's about having an overly too big of an emphasis on material things is what it is. Okay, it's like, look, it's fun to have things and whatever, but it's about this is kind of about a person who maybe is placing more a higher quality, that's not value, on things than people. Okay, so they're having a hard time letting go of that, and they're getting there. The intuition is calling them. This is how it starts, right? The intuition is like, yo, over here, this is the right way to do things. And then the things they've learned from in the past, like watching people with the nice cars have the nice girlfriends, boyfriends, non-binary, whatever it is, they've watched the egotistical results in other people, so they're having a hard time letting go of needing that egotistical result in their life. It's a very interesting message. I hope I'm not trying to offend anyone. I hope I'm not offending you. Because this is, the truth be told, we all go through this. This is what we've been taught, by way of the television, by way of celebrities, whatever it is. We've been taught that if we have material things, everything else will be fine. But the truth is, if we have spiritual things, everything else will be fine. And truthfully, the more we let go of the egotistical things, the more those egotistical things come towards us anyways. Not that we need them. As soon as we don't need the flashy things to feel valid, those flashy things come our way, okay? That's what I'm getting right now, and your person's getting there. It does feel like we've got the Hanged Man, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, a very passionate connection that is going to last a lifetime, but it is being tempered out. So it's just, they're working on that. I think you're in the midst of walking away from people, places, and things that were not only holding you back from this connection, but holding you back from understanding your worth. So it's all being tempered out. It's quite lovely. We do have the King, or the Queen of Wands. Is about just being in your power, listening to your inspirations, following them fearlessly. Like the moon period, it's about following your intuition fiercely, fiercely as well, actually. And just being very magnetic because you did that. It's about, we all, when we come into our own power, really understand who we are, we attract everything and everyone without trying to. But when we feel the need to have people, places, and things around us, or we feel kind of almost inside this kind of longing for, it puts up like a weird force field that people won't come past. That's all I can, that's what I get off of it energetically. I can feel, it's like a huge bubble. Whoa, it's making a weird noise and everything around you when you feel you need others. That actually keeps people away. And then when that force field comes down and you stop feeling the need for others, you really feel like you are comfortable and content in your own skin, you're loving yourself correctly, that attracts everything and everyone because your force field is down, and it's almost like you're a magnet. You've always been a magnet, but you had a force field up because you needed people that magnet wasn't able to attract. And wow, this is such weird analogies coming through today, but the Queen of Wands is you coming into that space where you have finally found your own worth. You've done all the introspection needed. You're moving on to a new phase. You did have the World card in your energy, and then you do have the Minor Arcana version of the World card, the Four of Wands, in your outcome of this connection, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles really means that you have done every single part of this tediously. You have taken care of every single part. You didn't cut any corners. When you needed to feel something, you felt it. When you needed to cry, you cried. When you needed to scream, you screamed. You took care of every single part that you were being called to, without cutting any corners in order to come into something that will last a lifetime. This is the only way we can get to anything substantial, is by doing it the right way, believe it or not. And so many people will show you on the outside, if you just kind of cut corners and get to the gold right away, they'll show you what it's like to get to the gold. But what you're not seeing in that picture is when they get home at the end of the night, they're bawling, they're lonely, they hate themselves. The person who does things this way, this is somebody who gets home at the end of the night, they love themselves, they enjoy their own company, okay? They need nobody and everybody wants them. It's so real because you tended to all the pains that were within you. Interesting stuff. It's very beautiful, and again, it looks like something that is going to last a lifetime. It does look like the outcome, the Four of Wands can mean marriage because it is the end of a cycle, or it's the completion of a cycle. So the completion could mean getting a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. I'll put that in the description box below as well. Pisces, Aries, Virgo. Pisces, very strong. Any fixed sign, any water sign. Action. It says, you have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. Amen. Expression. I feel like we talked about this over there, and I feel like you have been a little timid to, or a little shy to, or a little hesitant to really express yourself truly and fully. What you're going to find is, again, once you're doing it, if you start to express yourself with that need for people to see it, that barrier is still up that I was talking about, that thing that blocks your magnet. So it needs to be done in expressing yourself for yourself, and then everybody's going to feel what you're expressing, okay? They're going to feel it, see it, and be attracted to it. That's what I get right now, and I love you so much. I will see you next week. Mwah.